UCFM proudly presents the UCOMMS podcast.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the very first UCOMMS podcast. My name's Declan. I'm your lead host. I guess I'll start with a quick introduction about myself. I'm a third year Marcom student. I study here at UC. Been studying since about 2022. I really like the degree. I guess a fun fact about myself going forward would be that before I started the degree, I was actually a chef for 9 years. So yeah, and with me today are my two co-hosts. So we have Liam and Tiger.
So hello, I'm Liam. I'm a fourth year Marcom student. Fourth year being that's usually common. I'm just lazy and did less units at the same time, so I just took longer. Who doesn't matter.
Yeah.
My role as part of UCOMMS, I just work on the secretary sort of side of things. I'm doing my best to assist from there. Fun fact about me, I aspire to always be working behind a bar throughout my career. I want to be able to have another job beyond our industry that you and I, obviously Declan and I are in the same, going to be in the same industry. You and I share that industry. I want to be able to continue working in other areas, in this case in a bar, to kind of keep myself afloat, and I enjoy working in a bar, so it works out for me.
That's very interesting. And Tiger.
Hello, I'm Tiger. I'm the president of UCOMMS. I'm a third year marketing, corporate and public communications student who's also doing a breadth major in marketing communications. And the fun fact about me is I sleep so deep, I slept through the 2016 Kumamoto earthquake, which had a magnitude of 7.1.
Wow. Okay. How did you sleep through that?
I just don't know. I just wake up. My parents are so shocked. They're telling me, Tiger, there was an earthquake. You slept through it. How? They were so shocked, but just sweet dreams.
Okay. Was this here?
In Japan.
In Japan?
In Japan.
Okay, it's very interesting. So I guess we'll just quickly go back to Liam. What makes you want to continue to work in a bar through your degree?
I suppose, beyond my degree as well, once I graduate, I want to be able to I enjoy that sort of community and sort of that social aspect of working in a bar. So there's a lot of just that sort of personality and behind, and I find a lot of enjoyment in it. Even now, as I'm working, I'll go back to my shift in about half an hour, 15 minutes. I love that sort of personal touch that I can bring to the table when I'm working, especially into this particular position I'm working now at Eastlake, Gungahlin. It's a lot of the customers know me by name, they recognise my face, and it's just that a lot like with marketing, sort of that personal touch, that sort of creativity in how you work, it speaks wonders to your audience, to your customers.
So you like the creative aspect of it, but I guess what you're trying to say is the interpersonal communication that you really enjoy.
Yeah. So that's it's almost so that public relations almost in a way you're presenting yourself in a manner that is appropriate, and how you want people to see you around, see you as a human being. And I enjoy showing myself that way.
Oh, cool. So do you think starting here at UC helps, as part of a communications degree, do you think it helps your interpersonal communications at work?
Absolutely. Interpersonal communications, I believe, working in the bar, or even vice versa back into the degree itself, having that interpersonal communication with customers at work at Eastlake has given me a great perspective when it comes to doing my degree, and then back to, in terms of studying the degree, has helped me further my personality and like personal touch with my customers as well.
Yeah, that's cool. I suppose it doesn't hurt at university either with making friends and social connections here.
Absolutely, yeah. That's how we met, mate, dude.
Yeah. Well, we actually met on the study tour.
Well, yeah, that's true, yeah.
So
no, so the study tour, I know that they've got the applications open for that one for June, 13th of June to the 28th of June this year. They're hosting the next study tour going to Singapore and Malaysia.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a different tour to the one we went on, but it's the same location. So I guess this one's open to communication students who are doing their breadth degree in visual communication design. But our one was more focused on, I guess, strategic communications between Marcom and CPC students.
Yes. Yeah.
So, and Tiger went on that as well.
Yes.
Yes. Now, what differences do you think they have from our trip compared to theirs?
Well, I think theirs is going to be more design focused as opposed to comms focused.
What universities will they be going to?
Lists it. I think Liam over there has the list of partner universities.
Just finding that now. Oh yeah, here you go. Got key host institutions that the study tour will be visiting. We got Nanyang Polytechnic, Taylor's University in Malaysia, School of Design and Media Singapore, School of X in the Design Council Singapore.
Oh wow! Okay,
So like big like institutions. That's insane. I'm quite jealous actually.
Yeah, but again, it's open to all communication students who have the breadth major in the visual communications design.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of us, well, we all have to do the visual representation as one of our units. And I don't know about you, I was pretty happy to finish that unit when it was over.
I can imagine, like, I was the same. Like, it was a very, I'm not a drawer in any regard. I prefer the camera rather than the pencil.
Yeah, I think we all have flashbacks of drawing circles.
But I can definitely respect those who actually love that sort of thing, love that core, love that unit. So this seems to be, I reckon, this study tour definitely caters to those people who really enjoy that VisCom area.
Yeah,
as a stream of study.
I think a really cool thing about this one too is it's only $4,000 to go on the study tour. That doesn't include the flights or anything, but that includes like all the travel once you're there, and then you're eligible for the NCP or the New Colombo grant, which is just a grant payment directly to you, and that's $4,000 as well. So they officially just cover the cost of the entire thing.
What's the thing? Like, you could apply for the New Colombo plan. Since you're going, the NCP, that's one side of it, but also you can apply for the OS Help Loan for any overseas study as well. And that's, at this stage, it kind of fluctuates over the years, but at this stage it's sitting at 9,800. So almost, 9,800. So that plus the $4,000 you get from the New Colombo plan, the initial cost of the study tour is covered easily by the $4,000.
Yeah.
Plus you have like another 9,000 of spending money and what have you.
Yeah, that's it. And then that counts as like a HECS debt as well, so you don't have to pay that back until you graduated uni, you're at work and making a high enough income.
Exactly.
So, and it's really beneficial, I think, too, to study and go on a study tour, because you get to see things from a different perspective, a different cultural perspective. You get to make a lot of friends overseas, like everyone that you go on the study tour with, I think.
Well, how many of us was there on that study tour that we went on?
Was there 11?
Yeah, there was 11 of us.
Do we know how many people going on this one?
I don't have an exact number.
Would be assumed it would be the same amount.
I don't know, because there is a Japan and South Korea trip at time of recording has closed for application. However, I've heard they were aiming to get 30 students. So
wow.
For each or between the two?
It is a combined trip, so between the two.
Japan.
Oh, that's Japan and South Korea.
And South Korea.
That's interesting, because last year Japan and South Korea were separate.
Yeah. Well, I noticed this year too, the applications for this one are so close, but they have a tour to China.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they didn't do the China tour last year. But, yeah, no, I think it's a really good opportunity for all the comm students who are doing that breadth major.
Yeah, no, if you are doing that sort of VisComm, sort of even just one of the events be attending will be Design for Health, one-day symposium with students from around the world, getting that sort of VisComm perspective from various channels around the world, like meeting people from, well, obviously Singapore, Malaysia, Australia, obviously being us, and then perspectives from Japan, whoever. I'm like people from around the world at this one symposium for a whole day.
Yeah, did you say that was held in Singapore?
It just says here on the information sheet that is part of the what to expect on the tour. It doesn't say whether it's Malaysia or Singapore.
Okay, because I was going to say Singapore, I guess Malaysia as well. Like, they're very big hubs for global trade, so there will be lots of, networking opportunities for cross-cultural networking for people in different countries.
Well, no, yeah. Speaking of networking, like you had your LinkedIn out like almost every single day with finding new people to link up with, didn't you?
Yeah, I think that just comes with you always need to be talking to people.
Yeah, absolutely. Like,
yeah.
I think we visited what airline was it?
That's Scoot.
Oh, we visited Scoot, but also visited
AirAsia.
AirAsia, and you encountered the
co-founder.
The co-founder a couple of days later
Yeah.
got his LinkedIn that way.
Yeah, just having a little rest time out the back of the hotel. Yeah.
But I don't know, I just think that was incredible. Like the people you meet just from living your own life and going on these adventures like this.
Exactly. But I think that's what's really good about study tours is they open you up to have that opportunity to meet people that you wouldn't otherwise meet and be in a different headspace. You know, you're not at home, you're not overthinking things, you're kind of out in a different country, and like you need to make the most of it while you're there.
Well, that's the thing. Like, even when I was on exchange in the UK, like my being introverted as a usual trait of mine went out the window when I was in the UK. Like, I became very extroverted, and it was quite fun to let loose, and because I knew that once I left, I'm like, all these people, they won't follow me to Australia, so I won't see them ever again. So might as well be as silly as possible, and I really emphasised on the Australian in the UK phenomenon.
Yeah, okay. I guess quickly before we talk about your study abroad adventures, if you're interested in applying for the study tour to Malaysia and Singapore, like if you are doing that breadth major or you are a design student, you can apply for it by just going onto the UC website and finding the global learning links through there. The application should just be listed as a study tour through Global Learning.
Yep, absolutely.
Cool. So we're going to go back to your little overseas adventure, Liam. So you managed to do a whole semester abroad through UC.
Yeah, no. So taking advantage of the OS helpline was definitely an option for me. But I didn't actually use that until we went on the study tour. I actually survived purely for my exchange on just my own savings.
Oh, okay.
So, a bit of a...
Is that because you didn't know about the OS loan?
No, I had savings in my pocket. I was like, I don't need the...
yeah, okay.
I don't need the OS helpline. Like, I'm all good. But I'm glad that it was an option for the study tour, though.
Cool.
Because come back after my semester abroad, and then a semester later I've gone to Malaysia, Singapore, so I needed that money from OS Hope Loan to help me with that.
Yeah, I definitely needed the OS loan to help with the study tour.
Yeah, but no, the time on exchange was incredible. Like I spent time doing 3 units. They were all credit transferred for as electives
Yeah.
for my course. And I went to Bangor in Wales.
In Wales.
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah, it was a bit. Everyone was a bit like, "Oh well, Wales. Why Wales?" I was like, "Well, it was something different. Like the UK was one thing, but I was like, well,
You wanted more of a challenge with understanding the accents.
yeah, I just suppose that's one side of it. But like, I feel like the accents weren't that bad.
Oh, really?
No, for some reason I didn't really notice it. When you went further south into Wales, there was still a bit stronger accents. But where I was, way up north Wales, it was a lot lighter. But I think for me, the biggest thing of going to Wales, let alone Bangor for an option, was just that it's a place I've never heard of, and it just from the way that it was described and like talked about when looking at my options for what university I want to go to for this exchange program, Bangor just sounded like an incredible opportunity. Like it just sounds so welcoming and fun, and the clubs and societies alone were, the variety seemed very exciting for me.
Cool.
On my time there, I had how many? I think I had like 5 different clubs I was part of. They had poker society. I did. So that was fun.
Yeah.
I did the pool and snooker society. I was on the tech team for the musical theatre society.
Oh, wow.
So
Is that like behind the
so
scenes
I
stuff?
did set design, and then I did lighting as well.
Oh, wow.
How was that?
The lighting was fun. I'm just playing around with the light switches. Do, 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 do. But then also like I did archery as well. I also did archery, so that was a lot of fun as well. But mind you, it was actually quite insane to discover like the drawstrings like tough to pull back, and there's what normally was used was in the club was longbows, but there was a few blokes that would bring in their own bows that were like short bows, and they were really tight and hard to pull back, and just having a go at that was insane.
Oh, wow, that's cool. Because I think the most experience I've ever had with a bow is just pressing a button on a video game controller.
Well, that or think about the Nerf. There's a bow and arrow gun from Nerf.
Nah, is there really?
There is, I swear.
No, I always had the rapid fire ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you guys sound like you're having a lot of fun. I've actually done archery tag, and I can admit you do need to use a lot of strength to wind up a really good arrow.
Really?
Yes.
I can imagine it has a lot of resistance.
And they hurt when you get hit with those arrows.
Yeah.
They're non-lethal. For everyone in the audience, if there's any concerns, it is simply imagine a very hard, similar to a fist size to it.
Oh, okay. I was just imagining like a little suction cup on the end.
No. You get hit. It's like, oh, ow.
Okay.
So like what? Like paintball, but with some arrows.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
And a good reminder that if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge an arrow.
What's a specific wrench?
It's just something you need to avoid in life.
It's just something you need to know, Liam. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge an arrow.
All right.
Yeah, cool. So, going back to your little overseas adventure, Liam, that university was presented to you through UC.
Yep. So
how did you find out about it? Was it just like someone told you, like, hey, you can go overseas, or?
So lovely course convener for you, Mark Hom, Sean, Cheer. I was very adamant in foundations of marketing communication to try and go for exchange for a lot of us in the class. So I looked further into that and wanted to chase up what the options of that was. So reaching out to Global Learning, there was a bit of information about upcoming study tour or study abroad fairs.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, that's one of the market days they hold on campus, isn't it?
yeah. So, study abroad fair where they bring in all the, especially the ongoing exchange students from other countries coming here.
Yeah.
They get volunteers from them to man stalls to advertise their own universities in their own countries.
Wow.
So even then, in semester one last year, after I got back from the UK, I was asked to man a stall for Bangor University representing Bangor.
Oh, wow.
So reaching out to the guys, the overseas study or international students team back at Bangor, they sent me a box full of swag to advertise the uni, and I got to keep a stuffed Bangor dragon, and that was all.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's really cool. Yeah, I remember one of the market days. It would have been probably last year. They had all the people from one of the Swedish universities there, and they had all the Swedish like lollies. So there were chocolates and Swedish fish, and essentially they were using them to bribe people to go study in Sweden.
That must have been the same exact one that I was at.
Oh, really?
Because I was right next to Sweden, I think.
Yeah.
Because I remember, various of the students that were representing their country. That was from the Swedish university itself. There was like 3 or 4 of them from the same university. Yeah. And they were very adamant on sharing their culture, and it was just a beautiful thing to see, especially on a thing like that, where the entire market day of the study abroad options for universities. Although limited to actually what options there are, because not every university gets represented these days. Yeah. It's just incredible to see the variations of what countries are there to visit and what to stay on. Yeah.
Are you going to put in a note for next time to get some Welsh candies to give out?
Well, I'm quite sad with myself because I'm disappointed in myself because I actually I don't even remember like half the Welsh foods that I tried. So like I need to go back. Like it's 2025 now, March. I was there 2023 September to 24 January. So it's like been a bit over a year since I've been there, and I already forgot how all the different foods taste. It's very disappointing.
I can't say I particularly know what Welsh food is.
Neither can I, honestly. I can't remember. That's the problem. I don't know what I can't remember anything. Like it's quite sad. So
well, I remember when I did my study tour, because I spent a semester in America, that I just ate fast food for an entire semester. So I pretty much ate Chick-fil-A, I think 6 or 7 times a week.
I heard it's only 6 times a week because there's a special trait. They're closed on one day.
Yeah, they're always closed on because they started off as a religious restaurant, so they're always closed on Sundays because it's the rest day. Yeah, but I know I would go there for lunch. I'd go there for dinner. Yeah, I go there for breakfast 3 times in one day.
Well, no. So speaking of breakfast overseas at a particular restaurant, you loved your egg sluts over at in Singapore, didn't you?
Yeah, that is the name of the restaurant. They had one actually in America too while I was there. I went and had one on Venice Beach.
I think the funniest part, it did originate in America.
It did. It originated in Los Angeles, but I think they're the best bacon and egg sandwiches I've ever had in my life. You know, just the toasty brioche bun, that jam, it's so good. I'd go back to Singapore just for the food, if anything.
Absolutely, the food was incredible there as well.
Because I remember the curry puffs. They were probably my second favorite. When just going to the little street vendor stalls and getting the $2 curry puffs.
I still believe the Malaysian curry puffs are actually better.
Oh, really?
I'm willing to have a debate on a later episode about this.
No. Okay. We can talk about
topic for another day.
Yeah. Cool. So, Tiger. Hi.
Hi.
You've been very quiet today.
I'm trying to find a way to interject, and I'm very new to podcasting.
No, okay.
I'm trying to find
I think we're all a bit new to. I think we're all a bit new to podcasting. But I guess after saying that we're all a bit new to podcasting, that's fine because it's just the way it is. But you are the president of UCOMMS.
Yes, I am the president of UCOMMS. Do not worry, I was elected democratically, and I intend to serve for only 1 year.
Okay, unlike other presidents, who shall remain nameless.
Shall remain nameless.
Okay, and there's no tariffs for UCOMMS, is there?
He's just making a bad name for all presidents worldwide. It's not really good.
Okay, so President Tiger, welcome to your own podcast.
Yeah. Well, I more consider it the UCOMMS podcast. You see, it's like owned by the own university. But I am here to talk about the various plans for UCOMMS wants to do later on in the semester.
Oh, cool.
Now, this will be released on a Monday, so in 3 days' times of this podcast, there will be a UCOMMS panel event for the Australian Public Service.
Okay, what date is that?
That's going to be Thursday. That's going to be the 3rd of April,
Okay.
5:30 to 6:30, Building 2, Room A14.
2A14.
2A14. There will be food catered by UCOMMS from our local UC Domino's. Now,
only the best.
Only the best on campus. But we are planning on getting 3 guests. Our main guest who we have confirmed right now is a former student named Katrina. She is someone who was on the Dean's list and now working in the public service, and we're hoping to get 2 more people who we will announce on social media. Now, another thing...
So,
yes, you...
where is your social media? What is your social media?
Now, we are on UCOMM. We are on Instagram as UCOMM Society, all one word, all lowercase. That is UCOMMSSOCIETY.
Cool.
That is where you can see us. We have also on there, we'll have our links to our membership page where you can just buy it. Our whole year's membership for only $5. And also where you can get a link to our website.
Cool. Okay, do you have to be a member to do this event that you were just talking about?
No, but however, if you do become a member, we are currently running a giveaway that if you join as a member from week 7 to week 10, you'll be in the running to win a raffle for an AirPods 4. I repeat, the new AirPods you'll be able to win. The numbers are very low right now, so this is a perfect way to win an AirPods for only $5, and I think that's a great bargain, but I'm already a member, so I cannot participate.
Oh, wait, so I would get automatically entered into the draw.
Yes.
As soon as I join UCOMMS.
As soon as you join UCOMMS.
So I don't have to do anything else.
Nope. Rubric. If you go to Rubric and search for UCOMMS, $5 membership, and we will add you to the raffle. It happens automatic.
Cool, and I'm sure you can also find that through the UCX website as well.
Yes.
Through the Clubs and Societies page. Cool. So this panel sounds pretty cool.
Now, with the panel, what we're planning on doing is we want to help all these comm students, but also students who are just interested in it, join the public service. Because on our website, we have a bunch of programs and graduate opportunities that we want to share with you. And I'm going to list through all of them right now.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
So firstly, we have the 2026 Defense Graduate Program. Now, this graduate program has 4 streams. It has the Intelligence Pathway, the Policy and Corporate Pathway, our Research and Innovation Pathway, and our Technical Pathway.
Oh.
That means even if you're not a communication student and you're just hearing this podcast, there are so many different ways for you to join this. And now this closes on the 9th of April. The next graduate program we have is the Australian Tax Office Graduate Program for 2026.
The ATO.
The ATO. Well, the best part is this has so many different streams just like that as well. We are looking for students who are either studying data, design, human resources, information technology, marketing and communications, and taxation. One of those 6 categories, I repeat, data, design, HR, IT, Marcom, and taxation. And now that closes on the 10th of April. Now, this is a really lucrative opportunity, ladies, gentlemen, and NBs.
Oh.
It is a starting salary of $72,000 for an 8-month period.
72 grand.
However, it gets better. You're promoted to an APS 4 with a starting salary of $84,000 at the completion of the program.
That's a lot of money.
This is a great program, and now this and most of the graduate programs I'll be talking about will only be available for students in their final year who are graduating.
Okay, so final year students.
And don't worry, students in the second year and first year, some of the opportunities do apply for you, so don't worry.
Otherwise, it's just something, mark your calendars.
Next year, they keep doing these programs over and over. Don't worry, next year, UCOMMS will have them too. Let's keep going down the list. Next, we've got the ASD graduate program. That is the Australian Signals Directorate. And they are looking for graduates as well. Once again, it is something only third years can apply. And you will want, like the ATO, you will get a job as an APS 3, and that will lead to an APS 4 position. However, unfortunately, they just haven't told us what the starting salary is.
Okay.
There's only specifically the ATO has listed their numbers. Now this one closes a bit early. Most of these close in April. However, this one closes on the 6th of April.
Early April.
Another thing we have is the 2026 Australian Security Intelligence Organisation program. Now this one's a bit longer. Instead of an 8-month program like the previous one, it is a 12-month program which covers strategic policy, governance, and communication. There'll be 3 parts of the internship to cover each part of it, and it closes on the 7th of April. However, unlike the other one, this leads to a permanent position that is equivalent to an APS 5, so you advance further in your career of doing this graduate program compared to the others, so that's something to look out for.
And it's just an extra 4 months.
Extra 4 months, but you get a higher position.
I imagine the pay boost too between a 4 and a 5 would be.
I've heard 5s that get paid around $90,000 a year.
Oh wow!
I'm sure that's a very great place to end up after your first year of work.
It's one of the reasons I stopped being a chef. Was the salary? It's just too low compared to some of these, especially like straight out of university.
But now we've got on for our non-graduate programs. We've got the KPMG 2026 Vacationer Program. Now KPMG is one of the big 4 accounting firms, and they're offering a program for students in the second last year, where this is a 3 to 8 week internship for students in the winter break, and they're giving you a chance to study and see what it's like working in there. Now, the best part about this about the vacationer program that KPMG is offering is that this leads into their graduate program next year, which unfortunately has already closed this year. Otherwise, because we would have been telling it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that closed early. But this one, unlike some of our other opportunity, closes on the 22nd of April. So this is for students in the second last year of study. So if you're graduating next year, this is a perfect opportunity for you. Now onto something that's available for most students. We've got the University Paid Internship Program. This is offered by the ATO. And this is interesting is this internship is available all year round as various cutoff dates. So you simply just apply at a date, and obviously the window will close for that specific time period and you'll be notified.
Yeah.
But then the window will be open once again.
Oh, cool.
It's constantly letting the air out, but then opening it back up again for more time to apply. So that's something to keep up all around. And finally, we've got the 2026 ASD Cadetship Program. They're offering a part-time program with academic reimbursement up to $800 per unit.
Oh.
Now, especially for communication students who the government is not really giving them much money towards, that's a very lucrative opportunity. And now you need a requirement of 12 months of study remaining, and it closes on the 6th of April.
Wow. And I think with the current cost of living and everything, $800 isn't something to balk at.
I agree. So it's like, imagine that around a good percentage of your units paid off for 1 year. And I've heard from someone who has completed this cadetship is that you can extend it. So that means you can get even more of your classes paid off for by the Australian government, which I think is a great opportunity.
I mean, as long as the government's paying for anything I'm doing, I'm down. But going back to the internship one, is that something that I would be able to do and get my internship unit sort of scratched off through that? Or
I think it is. Now, remember, obviously we are talking communications in the FAD, Faculty of Arts and Design, but if you don't know, make sure to ask the people in charge of your internships. This is a great way because they're willing to honor most things. But the thing to remember with internships is that if you want it approved, you need to get it approved before you start it.
So this would be the out-of-university internship?
Yes, the KPMG 2026 Vacations Program.
Yep.
But oh no, I've realised I've forgotten to tell you about another one, and this one closes very quickly. This is the 2026 L'Oreal Management Training Program.
Oh, okay.
This is a new one. This closes. I think it closes on the day it is being broadcast.
Today? Oh, no.
Closes on the Monday when this podcast is being released. So if you do hear it, make sure to quickly go to their website of L'Oreal, Australia, New Zealand graduate jobs opportunities immediately right now as you're listening to this podcast.
So the 31st of March.
31st of March.
Oh, wow.
Yep. We've got a data and analytics stream, a finance stream, a marketing stream, a supply chains and operations stream. So we've got 4 different streams that you can apply for. And if you fit in one of those 4 things, I would recommend applying right now.
Cool. And who's that through again?
That is through L'Oreal.
L'Oreal,
the fashion brand.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Very nice. Cool. So with UCOMMS, I heard you guys had a very successful trivia night the other night.
Yes, we did have a very successful trivia night, and because we believe that it was such a success and there's always so many different kinds of brands, we are doing another trivia night. Now, we really like weeks that are in the multiples of 6.
Oh, okay.
So like we did in week 6 for our first one, and for our next one, we are doing it in week 12.
Ah, cool. So when you mentioned brands, what is it? Is it like brand trivia?
It is brand trivia. We did technology brands, we did entertainment brands, we did retail brands, and we did food brands.
Oh, cool.
Now, do you know what the W in Big W stands for? Turns out it's Woolworths, and that was one of the questions we asked.
Wow. Really? Does it really stand for Woolworths?
It really stands for Woolworths because they own Big W.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm.
That's very interesting. Cool. And where do you hold it?
We hold it right down at the UCX bar. Like all trivia nights, it will be on the UCX bar, Tuesdays, 5:30 start time.
Cool. And I guess I can find more information if I wanted to about the UCOMMS specific events through the UCOMMS website.
UCOMMS website. Now that is, let me pull, I have my UCOMMS website. Let me pull up their address. Now, unfortunately, we are a student society, so we can't afford a really nice URL, but we are ucommssociety.wixsite.com/UCOMMS #society.
Cool. And you mentioned earlier that I could get to the website by just going to like the Instagram page.
Yes, on our bio there is a links page you will have to go down because our first page is a membership, but our second link is to our website. It'll show our upcoming activities, but it'll also show all the various graduate and internships I've talked about this recording.
Cool. And that's just on UCOMMS Society on Instagram.
UCOMMS Society, all one word, all lowercase.
All lowercase. It's very important.
Mm.
Okay. Do you have anything else to share with us about UCOMMS?
I think out of the option, I think that is mostly good. We have some other plans that we are thinking about, and you'll be hearing it on the next podcast once we have confirmed them and it is all ready to share.
Cool. Well, on that note, I guess we'll just have to end today's podcast. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you, Tiger.
They're happy to be here.
Yep. So that's the president of UCOMMS. So thank you very much. And this is Declan signing off.